One of the most important things you can learn to manage in your soil is the issue of compaction. Hi, I'm Chris Reed.
And I'm Jamison Scholler. And today we're going to be talking to you about compaction in northwestern Tennessee. Currently we're in Friday Farms in Puryear, Tennessee. They're a 1,200 acre row crop operation with 60 acres of dark tobacco. They use management practices such as no-till, strip till on their tobacco, and covered crops.
The field we're standing in currently has been planted in corn. Approximately 3 days ago it was planted. We've had a little rain since then, so we should be able to see where the compaction will arise later in the season.
Yeah, and some of the causes of the compaction is, like Jamie said, right after a rain, a lot of farmers are in a hurry to get in the field when they're planting and get out of the field when they're harvesting, and in between to get their work done. And a lot of that causes, if they rush that dirt when it's too wet and too moist, when you pull in there, you'll make big tracks and cause a lot of compaction trying to rush the rain and get in there when the soil's too damp.
You know, time is money around here, so you got to get things done quickly. You're, like he said, rushing to get it in the field. You could be planting when it's too wet or too cold. If your corn comes up and it's got purple stripes on it, yellow stripes even, that's a sign of sidewall compaction that you'll receive from planting when it's too wet, soil conditions too cold, or whatnot.
Be looking for that when this corn emerges and deciding whether or not this ground is compacted and we need to do something about it, or even if we need to run a disc across it or rip it, or a lot of farmers in this area will introduce a cover crop such as annual ryegrass, and the roots of that ryegrass will penetrate the soil and break up a lot of that fragipan, a lot of that hard pan, and control your compaction for you.
That's right. There are many different management practices and machine uses on farms in this area. One of the main things in Christian County, Kentucky, where I'm from, we rip the ground there. We're running a ripper approximately 12 to 14 inches in the ground. That's breaking up that fragipan, loosening the soil, giving us more aeration and water flow throughout the soil. That's one main thing that we use to reduce compaction. Some of our neighbors are running strip tillage. They run a strip, plant in the strip, and leave residue on the side.
They're running on a 40-foot pass. Everything's running in the same track, whether it be their planters, sprayers, side dressers, combines, etc. Everything's 40 foot apart, run the same track consistently.
You can use wide tracks, narrow tracks. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. A narrow track is going to put all that weight in an 18-inch strip. That could cause a ditch between the rows, could hold water, stand bad drainage. Wider track's going to spread it out, but it's also going to cause more of a widespread area on the field.
And even here near Murray, Kentucky, if you can run a ripper through the ground and get below that fragipan and tear it up, that will improve your compaction conditions in your soil, in your field. He also talked about using narrow tracks and wide tracks and how that can minimize the compaction in your field by reducing it from a large area to a small area, reducing the area that you're affecting. Folks around here will even change tires on their equipment in the early spring and late winter to a wider tire, a flotation tire, or even a triple wide tractor tire, to decrease the amount of pressure but increase the amount of area that they're using. They will have more track there and less pressure to try to reduce that compaction, especially put nitrogen on wheat. A lot of farmers will put wide tires on their sprayers or tractors to apply that nitrogen without creating compaction in the soil.
Exactly. I mean, it's spreading out their surface area of the impact. So, I mean, it's also doing that, but it's keeping that tractor above the ground so it does not break through during wet conditions. There are many different signs of compaction, management practices to reduce it, and lots of impacts and options you can go with that machines have on the compaction issue. We hope that you learned something about compaction, how to lower the compaction and better manage your fields to increase the yield. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.